Ok. Está fixe?
Wands at the ready.
Ai!
Play is back with an in-depth look at the magic brewing in Hogwarts Legacy.
Estás pronto para ficar desiludido?
Sempre.
Yeah.
Eu acordo desiludido.
Com alguma coisa específica ou tipo com a vida no geral?
A existência.
Olá, mito, tudo bem?
Olá.
O cabelo cresceu rápido.
O cabelo cresce bem rápido.
Foda-se. Bom, é o que temos, chato. Vamos. Vá lá, não me desiludas. É agora, stream. É agora. Mais altinho. Claramente não temos ninguém na sala também a ver isto.
Não, e se calhar tenho que fechar a porta. Se calhar vai ouvir eco.
Vá lá, não sejas uma merda, mano.
Lumos.
In-game footage.
PS5 Developer Kit.
What do you think you're doing here, humans?
Já falaram mais na estrela do que nos filmes inteiros. What the fuck? Okay.
Welcome to Hogwarts Legacy. You're a new student at the famed School of Witchcraft and Wizardry
boy.
with a unique ability to manipulate powerful ancient magic hidden in the wizarding world. You'll need to uncover what's behind the return of this forgotten magic and who is seeking to harness it to destroy wizard kind,
Olha, aquilo
as
é
you
tier
may be
5,
the one that
peraí.
decides the fate of the entire wizarding world.
Eles foram buscar a cena mesmo diretamente aos filmes. Ok.
But before you can study magic and begin to solve these mysteries, you must create the witch or wizard you want to be.
5 horas nisto. Facilmente.
When you arrive at Hogwarts, you will be sorted into one of the 4 Hogwarts houses: Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, or Slytherin. After you settle into your dormitory, you will meet up with your housemates in the common room. You will then need to attend classes, and you do have some catching up to do, as you are starting Hogwarts late.
Temos literalmente que ir às
as a fifth year.
aulas.
So you are
Faz
the new
sentido, I
student.
guess.
You'll begin your studies
Espero
attending
que sim.
charms, defense
Não seja
against
só
the dark
tipo,
arts,
espero que
herbology,
não
and
vais às
potions
aulas e depois que
classes,
se foda.
to name a few.
Oh, hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden.
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this
Faz-me
will be
lembrar o
a
Book of
crucial
Love
year
do
in your
Takes Two.
education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge.
Year 5.
The best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Opa. Olha, falta ali uma serpente agora. Mas isto
You may begin.
é tirado completamente dos filmes. Combo system.
Not bad for a beginner.
Sistema de combo com varinhas.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school.
Misto
Here
de
you'll
range
meet your
com melee
professors
combat.
and learn to cast spells, grow magical plants, brew potions, and more. In between classes, you'll be able to explore the castle famous for its secrets, enchantments, and mysteries. You'll discover dungeons and secret passageways,
Tens horas.
Yeah.
É gigante.
as well as challenging puzzles that will require magical skill and a clever mind to solve.
Ou seja, completamente open
You may
world.
even find yourself in iconic locations you've never been able to explore before.
Chamber of Secrets tinha piada.
Se bem que a cena de precisar de certos spells para
It's
desbloquear
the late
certas zonas é
1800s,
tipo,
so while the
bué da
common rooms and
Metroidvania.
classes may be familiar, most of your professors will not be. However, you may recognize a few faces.
All in good fun. Once Sir Patrick lets me join the Headless Hunt, I'll be right there with them. This offering is sure to win them over.
Don't forget why I'm here, sir.
You'll come to know this eclectic group of talented witches and wizards in class and while completing side assignments that are part of a special curriculum. One's designed to help you catch up with the other 5th years at your own speed.
Ah, ok.
Lumos. Bem, isto vai ter Quidditch.
Opportunities for adventure abound in the area surrounding Hogwarts. The magical abilities you learn to master through your schoolwork will soon become tested as you unravel a dangerous mystery by working alongside the accomplished and yet enigmatic Professor Fig to try and discover if the rumors of a mounting goblin rebellion hold any weight, and if the safety of Hogwarts lies in the balance.
I have. Opinions differ as to how great a threat he really is.
Ranrock's loyalists are capable of so much more than people realize.
The wizarding world of this era is fraught with dangers. Creatures corrupted by a magical force, powerful goblins, and sinister witches and wizards, all willing to fight, even kill, to achieve their own goals. In fact, there's an uneasy alliance between the goblins and dark wizards.
You said you could get to the child when they came to Hogsmeade. That all you needed was a distraction. I gave you a distraction.
I just watched a student take down your distraction. Who is this child? Are you not telling me?
But perhaps you shouldn't involve yourself with that just yet.
Let's go.
Esta merda está com um bom aspecto.
Enemies possess unique defensive and offensive abilities, including blasting curses, stunning spells, enchanted weaponry, and more. While some may attack directly, others might enchant and incapacitate you. Mastery of the shield charm allows you to deflect ranged spells and direct weapon strikes. Counterattack with powerful stunning charms, allowing you to follow up with extended spell combinations.
Vá, só vai que não. Witcher 3.
Students who become particularly adept at spellcasting will find many ways to exploit their enemies' weakness.
Bem otimizado, parece. O combate era o que mais me preocupava neste jogo.
Eu já estou a ver toda a gente a abusar de telekinesis.
Roast with Incendio.
Eu estou a gostar do sistema de combate.
Devastate your enemies using various finishes. You can even use the mysterious, powerful magic your professors do not understand to obliterate your strongest foes. Mixing and matching dozens of spells will let you define your combat style.
Oh my god, Barry Magias, mano, fuck off!
Duelist.
Está com aspecto do caralho, mano, what? Já estás a reparar que o aspecto visual da personagem também está a mudar. A questão visual.
E o ali atrás, pelo menos.
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time.
Environment parecia ser.
In addition to classes and spells, you'll have access to a deep set of upgrades, talents, and skills to aid your progression as a wizard. Complete challenges throughout the world to earn experience. Level up your abilities by choosing talents to upgrade your spells, plants, and potions to increase their power. Decide which talents best fit your playstyle to allow you to focus on your favorite types of magic.
É a maneira que eles têm
You can also loot,
meter magia que não se viu
or
antes.
craft your own magical gear that will increase your offensive and defensive capabilities in combat. Gear can be upgraded and specialized to allow for greater abilities for your chosen
Antes das
playstyle.
histórias que eles contam, mas de Salazar Slytherin por aí fora, mas sim, é bem antes de... Isto é antes de... Dumbledore.
Spells are not the only tools at your disposal in combat. As you hone your wand skills, you can continue to further your magical education at Hogwarts, progressing your development as a witch or wizard. Brew potions that can increase your power when you need a boost.
Potions?
Grow and deploy magical plants to mob the battlefield and keep your enemies at bay. You can even unleash deadly mandrake seedlings to incapacitate unsuspecting enemies. In Beasts class, you will learn about a variety of magical beasts you might encounter, both at school and as you explore the world surrounding the castle and its grounds.
The goal of today is to remind all of you how
fucking
on a broomstick
Mas isto é uma
Learning and
missão,
mastering
ou é
broom
sempre
flight
assim?
is highly recommended so that you may travel around the world more
You may
quickly.
travel around the world with fucking flying mount. Okay, dude. Yeah, man, that's fine.
You're despicable.
Some abilities may be taught to you by students who become your friends. As you develop relationships with these schoolmates, they can accompany you on your journey as your companions. And over time, you'll learn their stories.
This is our chance.
Natsai Onai is a brave adventurer driven by the justice she seeks.
Estava completamente pronto
Poppy
para uma
Sweeting
demo
has
de
a
14
kind
minutos,
heart
tipo
and loves
seguida.
magical beasts,
Só de uma missão
connecting with them more easily
Mas
than
não,
with
eles estão a dar
humans.
bué
What happens now?
A maneira perfeita de acabar isto é com uma data de lançamento para 2022. Aposto que
Sebastian Saller, a charismatic Slytherin
With this boy, Hufflepuffs cannot reverse a curse.
with a troubling family secret.
Nothing can. The sooner you accept that reality, the better.
You'll meet these students and more as you explore common rooms, hallways between classes, and regular gathering areas.
Welcome to the room
Chat, se não
of
aparecer
requirement.
exclusive ou console exclusive no final, é porque é multiplat.
One of the most remarkable secrets of Hogwarts is known as the Room of Requirement.
Aí eu vou duvidar. Olha.
You're introduced to this space that seems to sense what you need and then provides it for you.
Oh, fuck, timers.
Since you need to catch up to your peers, the room provides space for you to sow and harvest plants, brew potions, and upgrade your gear.
Para estares a farmar no telemóvel.
A helpful house elf named Deke helps you discover vivariums that allow you to nurture your own menagerie of magical beasts.
What is it? Deke isn't sure. Only one way to find out.
You can freely customize this space to reflect your personality and magical specialties.
Não, dentro da zona dos Magical Beasts.
Beyond? Dá para ir a Londres, o caralho?
Beyond the Castle Walls. Espera aí, dá para sair
Not
de Hogwarts?
everything you need on your journey is available at
Hogsmeade.
Hogwarts.
Vocês estavam
You'll
a
want to
pedir,
visit
chat.
the nearby wizarding village of Hogsmeade, where
yeah,
loads of shops and vendors can provide you with the supplies you require.
Ok, dude. Ok, dude. Só falta dizerem-me assim, podemos ir ao
Potion
Ollivanders.
ingredients and
Porque o Ollivanders
recipes,
claramente tem tipo fucking 500 anos.
seeds for magical plants, to all sorts of gear. But Hogsmeade also has its dangerous side. A band of dark witches and wizards, emboldened by the turmoil of the times, wander the village outskirts. You must avoid them or defeat them. As you explore, you'll find the world surrounding Hogwarts is alive with activity, wonders, and areas of unusual interest. As the school year progresses, dynamic seasons and climates will fill the sky with lightning or sunshine, or coat the ground with snow or rain. Unique wizarding hamlets pepper the countryside, each with vendors and residents who have stories to tell,
Isto parece-me altamente inspirado
and
em
missions
Witcher,
with
por
which
acaso.
they could use your
Por acaso
assistance.
parece mesmo muito. A estrutura.
Be on the lookout for enchanting magical puzzles that may very well have been designed by Merlin himself when he was a student at Hogwarts. Magical beasts roam the lands outside the castle walls. Some have been corrupted by mysterious dark magic, while others are at risk of poachers and their traps. If you're feeling benevolent, you can rescue them and restore them to health in the Room of Requirement.
Maybe? Não sei.
But there are dangers beyond your understanding in the world as well. Dungeons and vaults hold perilous threats and also untold rewards. Be careful where you choose to explore, as it may lead you down a darker path.
Oh?
Master spells. Befriend new allies Journey across a landscape
choices.
never seen
Moral
before.
choices.
Uncover
Fucking
ancient
Motor.
secrets. Combat
Witcher
mystical
/
threats.
BioWare mechanics.
Learn long-forgotten mysteries. Become the witch or wizard you want to be as you leave your unique mark on the wizarding world. Here,
Quando dragão é que eu me
in Hogwarts Legacy.
Alguma coisa está bem feita. Data de lançamento 2022. Outubro 2022.
Feriados de 2022.
É Natal, é novembro. Outubro, novembro, dezembro. Ok? Dezembro não acredito, outubro, novembro.
PS5, PS4.
That was your first extended
Mas
look at
atrás
Não
Hogwarts
diz
Legacy.
exclusive.
Atrás não disse nada.
Não diz exclusive.
Now let's hear from the real wizards and witches behind the
Oh
game.
my fucking god. Eu acho que isto não é exclusivo. Só diz que vai ser
Sim,
multiplat.
mas deve ser início
The
de
attention to
novembro, que é para
detail
ser
and
logo
the
bait
passion
pós
and
Hogwarts.
Não,
the love for this brand that the team has is
Call of Duty,
astonishing.
Battlefields, por aí fora. Querem dar mil cacau
Our team is so
da Holiday
excited
Season
to
em
take
novembro.
all of the love that they put into this as fans and give it to fans.
This is the game that they've dreamed of for 20 years.
Para a Nintendo pode sair. Não se esqueçam que a Switch agora tem streaming.
The lore of the Wizarding World is already so rich, and all we had to do was harness those elements and build a game
ser
out
tipo
of it.
Skyrim e te poderes tornar
The
werewolf
movies,
e
the books, they all touched me in such a way. Like, it makes me want to go
fez uma
to
curse.
experience Hogwarts. Makes me put in so much more detail into this game.
Em novembro sai Starfield. É pareado, não me metam Starfield
We
Agita
really
aos
want to make
saltos.
sure that anything we add or anything we play with
Agita
or
aos
anything that we
saltos.
explore
Chato.
really feels authentic.
Não me metam isto a sair no mesmo mês. Não me façam.
Everything we have for the books.
Posso
And
comprar
then
Collector's
marrying that
Edition?
with
Okay.
the iconic experiences from the movies that fans will recognize is really just the perfect handshake between the two.
Digam lá, Gi,
Just
que ela
the
está a ver o chat.
discovery
amigos.
of like seeing things portrayed for the first time. Maybe they've read something and had
Se
a
isto
picture
sai
in their head
no
the whole
mesmo
time, but then
mês,
finally
Starfield,
to get to
eu
touch
estou
it,
fodido.
to walk around it.
Eu estou
You've
fodido.
got all these elements that can come together to create this amazing AAA open world action RPG.
When it comes to the open world, we just knew it wasn't going to be enough to just stare out of the windows of Hogwarts and wonder what it's like out there. But the final question that fans ask is, what's beyond that? What's beyond the Forbidden Forest? What's going to be beyond Hogsmeade? What's beyond the Black Lake if I start traveling south? And we just felt like we had to answer those questions. We were creating a real wide palette of opportunities and ways to explore the world. You're going to see different stories that are really exclusive to who you were in the world.
Hogwarts Legacy is an original story that takes place in the late 1800s.
You are a new student who is starting at
Late
the
1800s,
famed
yeah.
School of Witchcraft and Wizardry as a 5th year, which is very unusual. So already there's a bit of an edge and a bit of a mystery.
The original story that we tell in the game is your story of what you did, in the Wizarding World that you haven't seen before.
Or make our own magic with our story we're trying to tell.
Fans are familiar with the Wizarding World from, the 1900s and on, really. But now, with this world, we're able to sort of create a space that's their own.
Liberdade creativa.
Fans of the
over
series will
9000.
know that ancient
Que é ótimo.
magic has been around for a long time, to say the least, and that Hogwarts itself is a stronghold of ancient magic. And the Avatar, the player, has the ability to sense it and possibly wield it or control it.
Our process of development started with rereading the books. And over development, we reread the books many times. Every time we'd start with a new feature, we'd dig into that, and then
Não está
beyond, we would go
full
into
next-gen,
the
mas está
films.
muito bom. Isto é Hogsmeade.
Being able to put our own spin on what this universe is was a pretty big deal. I helped design a piece that nobody has ever seen before, the Hufflepuff common room. As a Hufflepuff, you always wonder, like, what is my common room supposed to look like?
It's close enough to the world that we know that fans will recognize certain names, they'll recognize spells, they'll recognize certain locations.
I recognize that doorway, I recognize that classroom.
But mostly, it's going to be an entirely new Wizarding World that no one's ever experienced.
When people engage in the wizarding world, what's the one anchor? Like, what's the thing that everyone comes back to? What's the thing that grounds it all and grounds all these characters and grounds all these figures? And for us, we really felt like that answer was Hogwarts itself. That school, that famous school of witchcraft and wizardry, is really what binds it all.
How to bring Hogwarts to life. That was a very big challenge because, as everybody knows, Hogwarts is huge.
Now we need to know exactly how this passage connects to this passage for a game, because you're going to have to walk it.
And of course, again, the sentient castle.
Eu aposto que uma das razões para isto ter sido adiado foi eles terem se apercebido que tinham que lançar isto para duas
so many little secrets and passageways and rooms in this castle.
Quase certeza.
We recreate those very important locations, and then there's these other places that are only mentioned in the books or just alluded to, and we have to make the connective tissue that brings all of it together.
Só a tecnologia SSD da PlayStation 5.
That is a breathing, living world is very hard to do. Because it's all about the details. And as a concept team, we really got into those details and studied history, studied architecture.
I hope that when fans play the game, they get as lost in it as I do. I can just be reviewing a side mission, and all of a sudden I find myself wandering Hogwarts for like 45 minutes because it's so beautiful.
The community is absolutely going to love Hogwarts Legacy.
It's going to be so fun.
Get that letter to Hogwarts and go to Hogwarts.
We're so excited for people to come to this, to inhabit it, to actually enter the Hogwarts that we built. This is your Hogwarts Legacy. We truly hope you enjoyed the Hogwarts Legacy State of Play. Our team is so grateful for the excitement and for the passion that all of you bring to this. It's truly what fuels us. On behalf of our team at WB Games Avalanche, we want to thank you for being here today, and we'll see you at Hogwarts.
Este ano é bom ano para gaming.
That's our show. We hope you're excited for the magic to come. See you next time.
Chat, quero dizer-vos uma coisa. Estão a olhar para mim? Eu estou a olhar para vocês. Chat. É uma merda. Ok? É uma merda.
Espera aí, o micro dele está baixo. Mete um bocadinho mais alto só.
Foda-se.
Só um bocadinho. Ok.
Já te voltei.
Tá?
É uma merda. É horrível. Não houve gameplay nenhuma.
Não houve.
Os gráficos são péssimos. Gráficos PS1, ok? Mantenham a expectativa cá em baixo. Cá em baixo.
Horrível.
Ok? Foi um cagalhão. Acabámos de passar 20 minutos a ver um cagalhão a ser cagado.
Obviamente, okay? Horrível. Eu testei isto tudo.
Vai ser um cagalhão. Vai ser um cagalhão que, se calhar, quando sair, é um pedaço de merda polido.
Isso é basicamente, és tu a tentar não ficar hyped.
Não, eu não acredito no hype.
Não gostaste do que viste, portanto?
Não.
Não?
Não, obviamente gostei. Foi para a piada, porque temos que controlar o hype e não criar expectativas demasiado altas sobre este tipo de projetos que têm obviamente um impacto do caralho. Mas tal como estavam a dizer no chat, tipo, a malta não se esqueceu de cyberpunks.
E é preciso ter um bocado de cuidado com o hype.
E tu sabes muito bem como é que eu me comportei com Cyberpunk. Eu não vi absolutamente merda nenhuma. Eu não vi um trailer
aliás,
inteiro
nós tivemos mais ou menos
saiu e eu adorei.
Nós tivemos mais ou menos o mesmo tipo de experiência, que foi, nós afastámos o máximo possível de... Eu menos, porque eu tinha que mostrar cenas à stream e afins, mas afastei-me um bocado de Cyberpunk e das cenas todas que estavam a ser prometidas. Epá, e para mim aquilo foi uma puta de uma masterpiece, honestamente. Eu adorei mesmo Cyberpunk, e ele também tinha gostado imenso.
Sim,
hype é chato às vezes, mas podemos ter hype sem pre-orders.
Sim. E eu trabalho na Media Market. Eu estou-vos a ver lá ir a fazer as pre-orders. Eu vou-vos cuspir na cara. Porque eu posso. Eu trabalho para a Samsung, não trabalho para a Media Market. Eu posso cuspir. Não sei se sabiam, mas agora sabem.
Eu estava preocupado com o sistema de combate disto. Porque eu estava à espera que fosse um bocado tipo...
Eu estava à espera que fosse full on hardcore Souls.
Eu estava à espera, eu por acaso não, eu estava à espera que o sistema de combate fosse alternar entre uma espécie de melee combat system e Gears, Uncharted, The Order. Aquela cena de cover-based system e tipo, espalharmos por cima do cover e pá, não sai disso, sai uma cena completamente.
Eu vi um mano a fazer
diferente.
aqui ao corpo do outro.
E depois a foder um goblin tipo no chão.
Mas há que eu funcione em coisas vivas.
Eu sei lá, mano. Deixa, não perguntes.
Um aluno de 5 anos anda ali a matar malta. Gisela.
Anda cá, por favor.
Isto é muito anticlimático quando ela não está pronta mesmo ali.
Isto realmente é pouco profissional.
Olá, Gisela.
Dá para usar Accio numa criatura viva? Não sabes?
Achas que não? Eu também
Achas
acho que não. Há aí algum mega nerd?
Certo, mas repara, se não está escrito num livro, liberdade criativa.
Pois.
Eu sei,
já vimos. Sim.
Realmente era difícil perceber.
É difícil de reparar que a
Xana Marques é a Xana Marques. Epá, ouçam, chat, é isto. Não curti nada. Uma merda. Pó caralho. Quando é que anunciam a Collector's Edition?
O que é que a Collector's Edition vai ter?
Não sei. Uma varinha?
Eu digo aqui... não. Um mapa de Hogwarts. Em pele.
Não, vai ter que... não pode ter o Marauders Map. Não pode ter...
Não existe, mas vai ter um mapazinho em pele de Hogwarts. Vai ter uma estatueta.
Uma varinha vai ter que ter.
Vai haver um trailer daqui
Duas
a nada.
Collector's Editions. Uma Collector's Edition e uma tipo Regala Edition.
Sim, mas isso agora já é moda. De haver a Collector's e depois a Super fucking Mega Special Collector's 220 paus.